Welcome once again to my first episode of my self reflection journey for the last 8 years. And I think it's been a very, very wonderful journey for me. Over the last 8 years, I'm surprised how time flies. And I stumbled upon this email, a cold email I sent to the US mission, the US Embassy in 2017. And I recall the the awareness session that was conducted in my school then was on the Mandela Washington Fellowship Program. And there was a program that was also introduced called the Sushi Program. It's an entrepreneurship program. And as a student leader, I was currently conducting the Hall Prize as the campus director who initiated the on-campus trajectory for the first time in Bayero University, Kano, Nigeria in 2017. And I said, let me send a cold email. So I cold emailed the personnel from the US Embassy, and I'm quite surprised as 8 years ago how my forward thinking has really brought me to limelight. This is a series, I want you to recall this is a series on my self-leadership. How have I done so far in the last 8 years? How was my thinking, how has my thought process shaped me in the last 8 years? Going back to look at myself, what is the vision for me as at then? What is my personal mission statement then? And have I achieved that till date? And you can check out the sushi program. I'm not sure it's now in funding any longer. I think they scrapped that program for Nigeria specifically. However, I shot an email then, and this is the part that quite caught my attention. So when I sent the email, I was asked, why do you want to be part of this program? Why? And it's quite interesting that I had already fathomed myself being a change maker after 2017, 8 years ago. I had my mind made up. Here, I'd already saying that I wanted to bring positive change in social entrepreneurship using knowledge gained from the program. Very much asking myself, who are the audience? The student. I had been working with students within my campus, and I had seen how immersed they have been, how talented they are, and I wanted to, develop myself so I can bring more impact to emerging leaders around me. And I said in this email that I had discovered a gap while attending to my duties as a campus director from the World Prize. And I realized that a lot of students are agents of community development. That's a strong buzzword to use 8 years ago. And they are creative, innovative, far beyond my thinking to bring to limelight solutions to the world's toughest challenges, of course, in respect to sustainable development goals. And all these students, they find it difficult to bring an idea to life. And all I wanted to do was to support them, how to bring their ideas to life. And I was quite positive that the sushi program was something I could do, something I could use. And there is a line of statement that struck me while I was reading this email again. I said, I seek to be a youth ambassador, contributing towards building and inspiring this generation, informing them that the world needs all change makers that it can ever get to do more. That's a strong thing to say. This right here was my personal mission and vision as a change maker, as an emerging leader 8 years ago. What that means is, whenever we find ourselves, no matter the trajectory, we need to have a mission, a personal mission and a vision for ourselves. What do you strive that you want to do? I wanted to bring awareness in the terms of emerging leaders around me. And I had a vision. I think I stated my vision somewhere around here, that I wanted to impact 10 million students. Of course, that's a large vision anyone should want to look at into it. But the most important thing here, so I said I want to build an empire of social entrepreneurs who will impact and save lives, 10 million people by 2025. And I'm sure in 2017, 2025 was 8 years. That was a long time ago. You know, that's a long time to measure impact. And I begin to ask myself, have I done 10 million? I can tell you if of course, I've measured impact for the last 8 years, and I could quite say directly and indirect impact. I have done much more, over 10,000 students and young people in terms of impact. And I still believe that I can still get to 10 million in another, say, 10 years from now. Because I'm still in my work of social good. I'm still impacting young people, because I believe that young people can create change in the world. See you in the next episode while I reflect on my personal self leadership over the course of the last 8 years. Thank you very much.